Guys, in this video, I'm just gonna give you a few quick, useful tips for frequently asked questions here in Playa del Carmen. Now, tip number one, I just got my camera back from the shop, took a nasty little spill, and the camera came with me, of course, as it commonly does. And I came right here to my go-to shop, Technologic, here between 10th and 15th on Constituyentes. I'll put up on Google Maps right there where exactly I am, but they repair iPhones, they repair cameras. Little Dronaldo, my beloved DJI Mini 3, was also repaired here for a very low price. Today they buffed the scratches out of my lens. Hopefully the video looks good. But guys, that's quick tip number one. I'm gonna spend no more than 1 minute on each one of these tips. But if you need an iPhone or a camera or a drone repaired, that is the go-to shop right there. Quick tip number two is not far from the iPhone repair shop and the Gadget repair shop, guys. That tip is La Europa. This tip is for all of you booze lovers and beer drinkers, wine drinkers, champagne fanatics. We're gonna take a quick peek inside. But guys, on Sunday, they stop alcohol sales here in Playa del Carmen at 5 p.m. Not at La Europa. This place sells until 9 p.m. on Sundays. And they also commonly have deals on everything from champagne to Habana Club rum, whiskey, and also artisanal mezcals. I'm gonna spend the last 20 seconds of this section inside there showing you the deals. Guys, so this is inside of Quinta Alegria shopping mall, and this is what I'm talking about, guys. So like the low price of $389 for a 7-year Añejo Habana Club, $289 for the Especial, and only $232 for the Habana Club Tres Años. And so there's so many deals here. And like I said, if you arrive late to the OXXO or the Go Mart to get your booze on a Sunday, you can come right here, guys. That is quick tip number two. And don't forget that they have all these artisanal mezcals on sale. This would be $1,100 at Chedraui Selecto. Not here. It's $824. Let's do this. Guys, I know this is over 1 minute for tip number two, but look at this right here. This is the go-to champagne that I get for anytime there's a friend's birthday. 155 pesos, so they can just shake it up and spray it as they wish, and it's only about $7 down the drain. Gracias, chicos. Nos vemos. And fantastic service right there, as always. Service with a smile. All right, guys, let's move on to tip number three. Quick tip number three and frequently asked question. Hey, Ropey, where do you get your creatine and supplements? Well, guys, I have to unfortunately say that I avoid this spot for the most part. There's another location on 5th Avenue as well, and it's about 750 pesos there for the creatine that I get. I use the Birdman creatine, and it mixes really well. But if you get it at Supernaturista over in Plaza Las Americas, I'll put up on Google Maps where that is for those of you who don't know, you save 200 plus pesos on your creatine, or you can just order it on Amazon.mx. There you go, another 200 pesos in your pocket right there. All right, guys, quick tip number four. This should go without saying, but I see a lot of newbies here in Playa del Carmen riding their bicycles or longboards on 5th Avenue. That's a big no-no. 5th Avenue is actually pedestrian only, so ride your bike or your longboard or rollerblades up here on the brand new bike path. 10th Avenue, believe it or not, you can actually get in trouble with the National Guard or police if you ride your bicycle repeatedly down 5th Avenue. If they tell you to stop, you should probably stop. I used to chance that with the longboard. Yes, it's fun to roll down 5th Avenue until the National Guard are tearing you limb from limb. That's quick tip number four, guys. Now, speaking of getting torn limb from limb, let's talk about pharmacies. Hola, ¿qué tal?
Buenas tardes.
¿Cuánto cuesta? Gracias. ¿Cuánto cuesta una cajita de como Cialis o algo así? De como 5.
¿La quieres así, original?
Sí, Cialis de name brand. Esa.
Esa.
Esa de 20 miligramos. ¿Tienes la caja de 5 miligramos? ¿O solo 20? Una tableta de 20, ¿cuánto cuesta?
Tengo la de 5 también.
Ah, ok, de 5.
La de 5 la tengo en promoción.
Okay.
Hay 28 tabletas.
28 tabletas, ¿y cuánto cuesta?
Por 2 cajas te sale te digo.
Está bien. Entiendo que no sabes todos los precios en tu... Yeah.
De 5 miligramos, ¿verdad?
Sí, de caja de 28.
25. Ok, mira. Una te sale 2.500
Ok.
y dos por 3.150.
Ok, 3.150, una caja 2.500.
Ajá.
Ok,
Te
gracias.
conviene la de dos.
Ok,
También
voy a
cuando-
volver. Déjame sacar plata y ya.
Mira, enséñame, ¿no?
Está bien. Soy natural todo el día. Oh my Lanta, guys. So let me tell you this. Pro tip, quick tip number 5 of the day is the most important one for all you men. And this doesn't just apply to Cialis. I was just using Cialis as a fun example. 2,500 pesos stack of cash for a 5 milligram box of 28 tablets, 5 milligram Cialis. No mames. And for 2 boxes, they were at 3,100. So I'm gonna tell you guys the quick tip number 5. This is the most important tip of the day. Do not go to the pharmacies on 5th Ave if you can avoid it. If you're bleeding out and you need a Band-Aid and some alcohol, I get it. But do not buy your Cialis on 5th Avenue or 10th Avenue. What you wanna do is you wanna go to Farmacia Guadalajara. Google it. It's up right next to Plaza Las Americas where I buy my creatine. And I'm gonna tell you right now, a box of Cialis is 1/5 that. It's like, I have a lot of fun price checking and comparing, and it's like 520 pesos, I think, for a box of 28 5 milligram tablets. That's 1/5 of the price. That's pro tip, quick tip number 5 of this video. And that applies to everything. I'm talking about B complex shots, which is something I use on the regular. It could be antibiotics, it could be prescription meds, anything you may need. But down here, you don't need a prescription for a lot of things, including the B complex shots. And those are also about half the price up there. Farmacia Guadalajara for the win. I'm gonna put up on Google Maps right there, the one that I go to. But over time, you're gonna save thousands and thousands of dollars, not pesos, but dollars. So 2,500 pesos for a box of 28 tablets of Cialis. Don't do it, gentlemen. Do not do it. Now you know. All right, guys, let's move on to quick tip number 6. Guys, pro tip number 5 is gonna be hard to beat, pun intended. But pro tip number 6 might even save you more money. So check this out, guys. Right now I'm paying 1,500 pesos a month, about $86 US to work out at Evolve. And yes, I did just do leg day over there and got a fantastic pump. But what if you don't want to spend $86 a month to work out? Well, pro tip number 6 is this, guys. When it cools down about 7:30 p.m., go right over here, and I'll put up on Google Maps where we are, to the Deportivo. They've got basketball courts, they've got a track, they've got calisthenics gym, they've got free dance classes that are pretty much tip-based, group fitness stuff, and it's a great place to meet people. And guess how much it costs? 0 pesos. So man, between the Cialis and the gym membership, we're really stacking up some savings here, guys. And then not paying bribes to the National Guard definitely helps. All right, let's go. So this is the Deportivo right here. Check this out. Tennis courts over here, you do have to reserve those. But I actually got in some games yesterday on the basketball court right here. Got the dub, got a bunch of nice rebounds. Also just ran through a moving screen. Don't set moving screens if you don't want to get ran through. Ropey on the loose. All right, guys, and here is the track. And this is a top-notch track. This isn't some rundown track with used needles like you might find in Phoenix or somewhere in the US. This is actually a well-maintained, clean track. No trash, no garbage anywhere. Family friendly, open to the public, and open fairly late as well, guys. So once again, I'll put up on Google Maps where this is. You've got your spot right here to train for free. I'm gonna show you what the locals call the prison gym as well. And I know I'm going a little bit over the 1 minute on some of these quick tips, but I think it's worth it, guys. If you're finding value in this as I run around, smash the like button for me, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the prison gym right here. Yes, it's a little intimidating for some, but for those of you who have done time, you might just feel right at home. All jokes aside, I actually worked out here with William Taudian, and William and I both got a fantastic pump here doing dips, pull-ups, kind of having a little friendly competition. And so you see some kind of unorthodox training with stones, barbells with cement. Hola hermano, ¿qué tal? Todo chido, aguantando. And you see you got all sorts of stuff, basically like a big boy jungle gym right here for hanging. We got tire flips, and to respect everybody's privacy, I'm not gonna just go in there and be filming everybody, but now you know, this place has it all. Sometimes what I like to do as well is hit these stairs and do all sorts of different like lunges, walking lunges. Rather than tell you, I guess I'll show you. My legs are already toast though, but I'll do like frog jumps up these, or I'll do these kind of just walking deep steps to train the legs. And once again, guys, $0, and also you get some of the best views and the best sunset views in Playa del Carmen right here. Beast mode activated, cash in the pocket. So guys, quick tip number 7, I love chocolate. Quick tip number 7 is all about cacao in Playa del Carmen. I'm inside the Chedraui Selecto, where you should not be buying your chocolate. Look at these prices, 138 pesos for a chocolate bar. Can't be having that. Rope Monster can eat at least 1 chocolate bar a day. That would get expensive. I'm gonna show you how I get my cacao intake for tip number 7. Check this out. All right guys, quick tip number 7. I'm inside of cacao at this point, guys. This is how I get my cacao right here. 200 grams of pure cacao right here. No sugar, no BS, no fillers. That's 200 grams of pure, rich cacao, 159 pesos. I mix that with coffee and milk and a little bit of honey, and that's my pre and intra workout, so I can get some glycogen and caffeine and some of the cacao goodness right there during my workout. It gives me a lot of strength on my leg day. Not affiliated, but that is a pretty sweet tip. 159 pesos, basically weeks worth of cacao right there, instead of just 1 chocolate bar, which could be devoured easily in one little Netflix session. So guys, here we go, rapid fire. Quick tip number 8 is all about money. I get this question all the time. Hey Ropey, where should I be changing my dollars out? Guys, don't even bother to bring dollars. At this exchange rate, 16.50 to 1, you're getting absolutely hosed. What you wanna do, bring your debit card or use Wise. I'll leave a link to sign up to Wise in the description and pin comment below, but you can use your debit card and just go to the City Banamex above Chedraui. It's a 31 peso fee to withdraw. Withdraw the max amount, about 9,000 pesos, so you have some pesos, and you'll get the actual exchange rate. Or you can use the other ATM machines in the downstairs of Chedraui. Just make sure you hit decline conversion and you'll get the actual exchange rate. Avoid this BS here, get the real exchange rate, more cash in your pocket. Let's go. So guys, pro tip number 9, quick tip number 9, case and point. Guys, please have your dog on leash on 5th Avenue, because once again, you can actually get a fine from the National Guard. I've seen people get harassed pretty hardcore. Where you can have your dog off leash, and this is where the fun part of quick tip number 9 comes in, is the dog beach, aka Playa 72. But do not make that mistake of having your dog off leash on 5th Avenue. Now you know. If you didn't know, now you know. Guys, quick tip number 10. Some of you already know this who follow the channel, but my favorite coffee, other than the coffee I get from Kawa and make at home, Gomart coffee. This machine right here, boom, you can do a cappuccino very good cappuccino, 16 ounce, 37 pesos. And yes, you get actual espresso coming out of there. Or you can go to Starbucks and pay 3 times that for a burnt cappuccino. Now you know. Quick tip, hola, ciao ciao, and his service with a smile, siempre con sonrisa in Gomart. So good vibes there as well. That's quick tip number 10. Go in, get your coffee, no waiting in line, no BS, no over roasted beans, just a fantastic espresso or cappuccino for about half the price or a third of the price depending on your beverage of choice. Guys, if you like this style of video of just quick tips, leave in the comments just the tip. All right guys, see you in the next one. Thanks for stopping in for the video. See you in the next one. Rope Monster out.